Good morning. Today we are going to see about a topic on psychology, assessment of personality through projective and non-projective techniques. A teacher can administer a personality test in class to help the children discover their strength and the areas of development. The driving force behind administering a personality test is to open up lines of communication and bring students together to have a higher appreciation for one another. A personality test can provide guidance to teachers of what teaching strategies will be the most effective for the students. A personality test can benefit students by increasing productivity, get along better with classmates, help students realize their full potential, identify teaching strategies for students, help students appreciate other personality types also. Then, the different methods of measuring personality can be divided into non-projective and projective. In non-projective, the first method is the interview method. Here, the original method used for the assessment of personality and the one which is still found to be useful is this method. There is a direct face-to-face contact. The interview has got two forms, namely guided and unguided. Then the second type is the behavior test. It is also called as group test, which is designed to test group participation in problem solving and to reveal natural leader. Then the third test is the rating scale. Here a rating scale is a device for recording the extent or degree to which a person is perceived to possess a defined attribute. The rating may be self-rating or rating of a particular trait in others. Sometimes rating may also be done by a team of judges. Rating scale has usually 3 points, 5 points or 7 points. Then MMPI, Minnesota Military's Personality Inventory. It is the most popular of all personality inventories. It consists of 550 statements. The subject has to classify the statement into three categories: true, false or cannot say. Questions may be, for example, it makes me nervous to have to wait. Each item is related to the clinical scales like hypochondriasis, depression, hysteria, psychopathic or deviate, masculinity or femininity, paranoia, likewise. Then the projective techniques. They induce the individual to project that it put himself into the test situation to reveal his own motives, attributes, attitudes and aspirations. There are many projective tests such as TAT, CAT, SCTV, PT and ink blot test. All of them have two common features. They present the person with a relatively non-structured situation or stimulus. All projective tests catch the subject off guard, that is, they are designed to make the subject reveal himself without being aware of fact that he is doing so. Then the first test, it is the ink blot test or Rorschach test. It was first designed by H. Rorschach, a Swiss psychiatrist in 1921. It consists of 10-inch blot patterns. Each blot is mounted on a board of 8 to 10. Then the 5 blots are made up of varying shades of grey and black. 2 blots have some red patches. 3 blots are different colors. These cards are presented to the subject one at a time and the examiner asks, what could this be or what do you see? The subject is allowed to turn the blot and look at it from different positions. The examiner writes down the responses given by the subject. After the 10 cards are completed, the examiner goes through them a second time to make a record of where the subjects are each. Then, the responses are interpreted with respect to the following main features. Determining quality, whether the response is based upon the whole blot or on a small detail. Content, this refers to what is seen in the blot, human figures, animal objects, landscapes, etc. Quality or form, whether the response was determined by a form or by the color. Movement, whether the subject has mentioned any movement. The interpretation of Rorschach test is a complicated task. Most of the conclusions drawn from the subject's response are based on psychiatrist experience. Then, the TAD test, which is the thematic apperception test designed by Murray in 1938. This test consists of 30 pictures and a blank card. Not all cards are given to one individual, but it depends on age, sex and other factors. Usually 10 cards are given in one series and other 10 in another series. So here the subject is asked to make up story to make up story about each picture. The experimenter will ask what is happening, what led up to it, what will be the outcome, what are the feelings and thoughts of the character. So these are all the projective and non-projective techniques that are useful to assess the personality of a children or a person. Thank you.